Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary. I am recording this on October 30th, 7:09 a.m. And happy Halloween to me and you. I mean, it's been Halloween all month. Everybody knows that. Okay, let's just get into the words. We'll jump right in. The first word is endure or endure. E-N-D-U-R-E. Endure. You are having to endure through this podcast. This is a verb from the 14th century, starting with transitive. Number 1, to undergo as a hardship, especially without giving in. And the synonym is suffer. I'm suffering through, but I will not give in. I will keep on going. It's such a hardship, but I will endure. As in, endured great pain. If you did something even just a little bad back in the day, in the many, many, many decades ago, they might torture you. They might put you on the rack, do something, and you'd have to endure great pain. Nobody wants to go through that. I hope I never have to endure great pain. Just not physical pain, just mental pain is fine. Number 2, to regard with acceptance or tolerance, as in, could not endure noisy children. As someone without kids, I also have a very hard time enduring noisy children. So how is this one different from the first one? To regard with acceptance or tolerance. So the example is a little bit weird because it's could not endure. So you could not accept or tolerate noisy children. You children, you know what you're doing. You're being all noisy. You're like, ha 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 ha. I'm gonna frustrate these adults by being a noisy child. Accepting, tolerating, it's like, oh, fine, I'm enduring this thing. But it's like suffering, too. Suffering of the noisy children. The suffering of the noisy children. Let's go on to intransitive, which is, number 1, to continue in the same state. And the synonym is the word last, as in, the style endured for centuries. And what style has endured for centuries? High heels on men did not endure for centuries, but they're coming back. They're coming back with a vengeance. But it's men and women and non-gender and non-binary, and so anybody, if you want to wear high heels, just wear high heels. Personally, I don't want to wear high heels, mostly because they don't seem comfortable and they seem hard to walk in. So I'm good with that. So that was continue in the same state. It's just like the same thing over and over again. This podcast is enduring because there's so much of it. Number 2, to remain firm under suffering or misfortune without yielding. So that's kind of like the first definition. The example is, though it is difficult, we must endure. We will not yield. We will not stop. We will keep on going because we know that what we are doing is important. This podcast is important. Synonyms for the whole thing are bear and continue. You're bearing through a thing. You're continuing to do it. That's it. The etymology says this is from, the vulgar Latin indurare, which means basically to harden. To harden? That is from in plus durare, which means also to harden or endure. Durare and indurare basically mean the same thing. So you're hardening it, endure. There's more of the word during. So I'm curious about the hardening aspect of this and how is that connected to enduring through a thing. I guess you're just getting like hard and numb to it, maybe physically or mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're so hard and you endure. Okay, next word. What was my sound effect? Pew! It's the word enduring. It's an adjective from the 15th century. The synonyms are lasting and durable, as in an enduring truth. The truth, it lasts, it's durable. All the truths are like that. All the scientific facts are like that. The only things that are not, they're not true. The falsities are not enduring, although they can be. That's a problem. Enduringly is an adverb, and enduringness is a noun. Enduringness. Something has a lot of enduringness if it lasts and it's durable. A lot of things are made these days that are not lasting. They're not durable. They're not enduring. They're pieces of crap. They die maybe after a year or two. Back in the day, they were making things that endured for decades upon decades. Mechanical things, cars, all those things, they were very enduring. Pew! Next is enduro or enduro, enduro. Noun from 1935. A long race stressing endurance rather than speed. An example of this race would be for automobiles or motorcycles. The word, it's right there. But we got more specific etymology. It's basically just taking the word endurance, that was in the previous episode, and just adding the O suffix, which it's saying it's the Italian or Spanish masculine noun ending. Yeah, I mean we're aware of that. So it's a very masculine thing. Automobiles, motorcycles, they got all the aggression. It's masculine. It's a noun, and maybe they do this in Italy and Spain. They have these enduro races where they gotta. What is this? Was that movie Ford versus Ferrari? And I don't know if they were in an enduro race specifically, but I think it might have been because it was like a 24-hour thing, and they would one guy would drive for hours, and then the next guy would drive for hours, and so that had to have been an enduro. It's a whole different way. A marathon is an enduro because it's all about your endurance. Can you go this crazy long distance and still not die? And it's also about speed. It's the endurance and speed. Okay, next word. Pew. It's end user, 2 words. Noun from circa 1945. The ultimate consumer of a finished product. And it's not ultimate like, oh, they're the best. No, they're the last one. It's who is this for? What this thing that we're making, it's for who? The end user. This podcast is for you. You are the end user. No matter who you are, that's you. What's a phone? Who's the phone for? You make a phone, a company makes a phone. The end user is just the one who's going to use it day to day. That's it. Pew! Endways is next. Endways, 1 word. Adverb or adjective from circa 1608. 1. In or toward the direction of the ends. The synonym is lengthwise, as in endways pressure. So going towards the ends of the thing, endways pressure. Pressure, is this a physical pressure that's going towards the end of something? I don't know at all what that example means. Number 2, with the end forward. With the end forward. And that's the example is as toward the observer. So if you are the observer and the end is going towards you, forward towards your face, it would be endways. The butt end of the banana is endways towards you. The front end. Which way's the front and which way's the back? This banana has got to be eaten because it's getting gross. But yeah, that's the but. It's endways towards you. Okay. Let's see. Number 3 is on end, and the synonym is upright, as in boxes set endways. The camera that this is recording me on is sitting on a hard drive, a large hard drive that's tilted endways. It's on its end. What was the upright. It's set upright. And so, it could be maybe a little bit tall, but it's all right. It's a little close to the book, so it's a pretty good distance. Yep, that's endways. I don't have anything else endways here. Let's see. I think the etymology is pretty obvious. Pew. Next is endwise. Endwise. Also one word, adverb or adjective from 1655. The synonym is endways. Pew. Next is endymion. Capital ENDYMION. Endymion. Noun from 1567. This is a beautiful youth loved by Selene in Greek mythology. And I don't know if Selene is pronounced that way, or maybe it's Selene. Any one of those seems entirely possible. If it's Greek, I would think it might be Selene, but I don't know. And so Selene, youth loved by Selene. Selene loved Endymion. And I know how to pronounce Endymion because it's given me the pronunciation. Are we going to see like every single Greek mythological character in this book? That's a lot. Let's see. Is Selene here? Let's see. I'm doing a quick little here. We got this. Yes, it is Selene. There we go. Selene. Okay. Endymion, loved by Selene. This is the Greek name. That's all it is. Pew. End zone. 2 words. Noun from circa 1960. Let's go to the end zone. The end zone is the place where all the things happen. It's the end zone. This is the area at either end of a football field between the goal line and the end line. Yeah, we had end line a number of episodes ago. I remember talking about that. And so you got the goal line, and then I think it's like 10 yards or so to the end line, right in there, that area. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. That is the end zone. Make it to the end zone. Take that ball to the end zone. We're going to go to the end zone. Is there a club or a bar or a something, sports club, sports bar called the End Zone? There should be. Pew! E-N-E is next. That's where we are, right? Yes, all caps. Abbreviation for East Northeast. So East Northeast. Now, we had some other East word way back earlier in the E's, and I got really confused about the definition and the compass degrees and stuff. I didn't know, are we talking about the degrees on the Earth this way, or in that? But I think it was the compass points. So East, Northeast. So you got North and you got East, and then you got Northeast, which is right in the middle. But East Northeast is halfway between East and Northeast. It's leaning more towards East than North, so it's East Northeast. So it's if Northeast is I don't know what the degrees are. Anyway, it's 1/4 of the way between East to North. Yeah. Pew! We have een. E-N-E again, but this one's the suffix. Now, how do you pronounce this? Just een. Yep. This is unsaturated carbon compound. That's what it is, an unsaturated carbon compound, like the example benzene. Especially carbon compound with 1 double bond, like the example ethylene. And I can't really give you much more information than that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, even the etymology isn't very helpful. It's in the chemistry molecular world. That's all you got to know. Pew! Next we have enema. If you don't know what an enema is, you're going to get to learn. If you are young, let's learn about enemas. This town needs an enema. E-N-E-M-A. Noun from the 15th century. Number 1, the injection of liquid into the rectum and colon by way of the anus. That's how you get it in. It doesn't make any sense to get liquid into your rectum or your colon from any other orifice in your body other than the anus. That's just the quickest, most direct route and the closest one. So that's where it goes. You're putting liquid into the rectum and the colon through the anus. You put a tube up there, and then you get the liquid in there. And why do people do this? Well, it cleans you out. That's really the best description I could give. I don't know. I've never had one. If you need some cleaning, then you might have to do an enema. Number 2, material for injection as an enema. So would this be the actual liquid that you're putting up there that is also called enema? Possibly. That sounds like what it's saying. The material for injection. It's the material that's going to get injected that's going to be used for an enema. That's it. Let's see. The name comes from... Oh, by the way, we got to say this. The plural could be enemas or enemata or enemata. So multiple enemas. If you've had multiple enemas in your life, you would have enemata. You would have had enemata. Or maybe there's a whole bunch of enemas being given at the same time. There would be a whole bunch of enemata. It's just a fun word. This is a Greek word from einenai, which means to inject, from en plus hienai. I don't know how to say it. Hienai. Hinai, that means to send. And there's more at the word jet. A jet stream of liquid going into your butthole. That's what it is. Let's just say that. So yeah, I mean, the word literally just means sending a thing into another thing, jetting it in there, injecting. That's the word. Enema is inject. I heard, I don't remember where I heard this years ago, that some people started doing coffee enemas for some reason, and they really, really enjoyed it, and they would give themselves these coffee enemas, and it felt good. Did they get a jolt of caffeine from the enema? It's possible. I don't remember what they said, but yeah, I could see that happening. The insides, the membranes inside your body could probably soak in that caffeine. That couldn't have been very good for you. But yeah, people would just give themselves. They'd lay on the bathroom floor, put the tube up there, and I think you do it slow. I think enemas are a slow thing. I don't think you're shooting it in like a jet. You're not going. No, I think it's a slow process. And then what happens when it's all done? You got all the liquid in there. I think you let it sit. It moistens everything up. And then you just got a stream of stuff coming out. And we're just going to end it there. We don't want to go any further on that conversation. Let's move on to enemy. Maybe you want to give your enemy an enema. This word is a noun from the 13th century. Number 1. One that is antagonistic to another, especially one seeking to injure, overthrow, or confound an opponent. You got some bad blood between yourselves. You want to fight. You want to stop the other one for some reason. You want to confound them, overthrow, injure, take over their land. You're just antagonistic to each other. You're enemies. And, I'm recording this at the end of October when the Israeli-Palestine-Hamas-Gaza situation is still going on strong. and it's probably going to be going on for a while. So they are enemies. Who are enemies? Is it? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Number 2, something harmful or deadly, as in alcohol, was his greatest enemy. Alcohol is a pretty good enemy because it seeks to injure you, overthrow you, or confound you. Yes. So was this the it's just harmful or deadly. That's what it is. Anything harmful or deadly is an enemy. What's an enemy to me? Stairs. I don't know. Okay, number 3A, a military adversary is the enemy. Number 3B, a hostile unit or force. You coming at me, you're my enemy. If you're coming at me with a broken beer bottle, then we might be enemies. But I'm going to try and stop the violence. Let's not fight. Let's talk this through. Why might you be coming at me with a broken bottle? We got to figure this out with words and not fists. This word is from the Latin word inimicus, which is from the in prefix plus amicus, which means friend. There's more of the word amiable, so it's just the opposite of a friend. I think that in prefix would basically make it the opposite. So yep, hello friend. You're not my friend anymore. You're my enemy. You're my frenemy. That's a new word that's gotten into our language. I wonder if that's in here. Frenemy. So yeah, you want to keep your enemies close. And there's more to that phrase. I don't know what it is. I don't remember. It's early. I'm tired. Let's move on. Do I have any enemies? I don't want to be enemies with anybody. I don't want anybody to want to overthrow me or confound me or cause injury to me. Let's be friends and not enemies. That's the way to do it. Pew! Energetic. Adjective from 1651. 1. Operating with or marked by vigor or effect. It's energetic. Operating with or marked by vigor or effect. You got a lot of vigor, you got a lot of effect, you're energetic. I don't think I'm terribly energetic. I do talk a lot here on this show, but in general, I'm a pretty chill dude. But it's good. It's good to get the energy out. It's good to get the body going. That's why it's good to just move. We went to a wedding a couple days ago, and there was some dancing, and that was fun. That was the most energetic I had been in a long time. Number 2, marked by energy. Marked by energy. I didn't do so much warm-ups. The synonym is strenuous, as in an energetic walk. Yeah. If you're going for a walk, if you don't want to run or jog for some reason, you still want to get the blood going. You want to make it energetic. Make it put a little effort, put a little oomph behind your step. Some energetic stepping. Number 3 for energetic, of or relating to energy. Just anything about energy. A synonym is the word vigorous. Energetically is an adverb. Let's see, this word, I mean, we know it's from energy, but more specifically from the Greek word energene. I'm not sure how they pronounce it, and that means to be active. So yes, that's all it is. That's all it's about. Energy, energetic, being active. Yep, I don't know. Energetic. Anything else about energetic? The Energizer Bunny is energetic because it goes on forever. Okay. Pew! Next is energetics with an S. This is a noun from 1855. 1. A branch of mechanics. That deals primarily with energy and its transformations. How is energy transforming? What is it doing? I don't know. I didn't get into this branch of mechanics. but it seems important. 2. The total energy relations and transformations of a physical, chemical, or biological system, as in the energetics of an ecological community. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, this is like just okay. Energy, we're going to talk about energy in the next episode, but it's all the stuff. Everything is energy. It's vibrations. It's all that stuff. Different forms of energy. Light, sound, matter is energy. So this one, energetics, it's looking at the physical, the chemical, the biological. I mean, those are like the three main branches of science. I guess like would Earth, like geological, would that be another one? I don't know why that's not part of this. Seems like it could be. The total energy relations and transformations of physical, chemical, biological systems. So yeah, you'll go to an ecological community, and you got all those things going on. You got the physical, the chemical, the biological. You got plants, you got animals, you got the connection between them and the earth and the weather. How does the weather affect it all? I mean, it's just everything. It's energetics. It's energetics. Moving on. Pew! Energize, spelled with an S. It's the British variation of energize, spelled with a Z, which is pew, our next word and last word. It's our last word. Energize. E-N-E-R-G-I-Z-E. Verb from 1750, starting with transitive. Okay. 1. To make energetic, vigorous, or active, as in energized by the coach's pep talk. Halfway through the game, and the team isn't doing so well, and they're down by 37 points, and the coach has got to just get them amped up. They weren't amped up before, but now they're amped up. Now they've been energized. The coach's pep talk energized them, and they're ready to go. And they come in, and they're all energized, and they're like, "You're my enemy. We're gonna defeat you." And then they win the game. Number 2, to impart energy to, as in sunlight energizes the chemical reactions. Impart energy to. You're given some energy. So plants, the leaves, they get their food, their sustenance, a lot of it from the sunlight. They eat it, they turn it into energy so they can live on a little bit longer. And if they're not getting any sun or water or other things, then they don't have any energy and they get very sad and they die. That's why, right now I'm going through fall, and we're getting less sunlight, and so the leaves are turning, and then eventually there's going to be a whole lot less sunlight, and all the leaves will be on the ground, and it will be very sad. Oh, we were on a walk a couple of days ago, and all the leaves, they were so bright and orange and red and yellow and all of it, and it's so beautiful, and we just like, can't it just stay like that forever? No, can't. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is changing and evolving constantly. Number 3 for energize, to apply voltage to. Yeah, that's some actual energy right there. Okay, intransitive is to put forth energy. I'm taking my energy and I'm putting it forth somewhere. A synonym is the word act. ACT. That's specifically for the intransitive one, to put forth energy. Your act, I mean, of course, the first thing I think of is just doing some acting. Play acting, movie acting, TV acting, commercial acting. Any of those things. You're putting forth energy. You're doing a thing. But it's not just that, obviously. It's just doing anything. You're acting out an action. Action. Energization. Energization? I think it's saying energization, but I would just say energization. That's a noun. And the energizer. Energizer, that is also a noun. Like I said, the Energizer Bunny. They're not paying me to talk about them. It's just they're part of our culture for many decades. The Energizer Bunny has been. They haven't changed their mascot for so long. I guess they got a good one. No etymology, because we're going to talk about the word energy in the next episode. So today, it's word of the episode time. Yeah, let's do it. We had endure, enduring, enduro, end user, end ways, end wise, endemidian, end zone, ENE, een, enema, enemy, energetic, energetics, energize, and energize. Let's see. What do we want to pick? What do we want to pick? Spencer is going to pick a word. It's gonna be the word of the episode. I don't know. You all had to endure through this episode where my brain wasn't functioning great. I mean, part of me just wants to pick enema just because it's kind of silly, but I don't think enemas are typically a silly thing, other than just they're about that part. And I'm an adult. I'm a very, very immature adult. I'm not gonna pick enemy. I don't like enemies. I don't know. We could pick energetics, or maybe just energetic. Energetic. Song time for energetic. Energetic. If I had one of those looping machines, we can make a fun song. Energetic. I got the energetics. The energetics are flowing through me. Energetic. That's it. That's done. Oh, now is the time of the word podcast where I talk about movies, because that makes so much sense. Okay. Let's see. What do we got next? I think I mentioned society and critters. So next is Birdemic. Birdemic. This movie was talked about on the podcast How Did This Get Made? And it was it's like a classic. And they re-released the episode. It was one of their early episodes, and the guest happened to be Weird Al Yankovic, who of course I'm a big fan of. And I had not seen this movie, and they say right at the beginning, if you're coming to this episode not having seen the movie, please stop and watch the movie. So I said, okay, I will do that. And I watched the movie, and it's very special. And you should watch it too, and then listen to the episode of How Did This Get Made, if it's still available. Because it's just something amazing. That's all I gotta say. This is the end of the episode. Thank you very much for listening and watching on the YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe if you are enjoying this. And until next time, this is Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye.